Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Mr. Ian Teaches English for another modal video. We are almost finished talking about modals, so stay strong, we're almost done. Now today's modal is a little bit more complicated because you need to conjugate. Most of these modals don't require conjugation, but this one does, so be careful, pay attention. While you're here, go ahead and consider subscribing. Put a comment down in the chat on what types of videos you want me to make. As we are finishing this modal series, I'm open to suggestions. So let's go ahead and jump in. All right, let's talk about be supposed to. Now this is the first modal that we've talked about, and I don't know, maybe you've watched other videos before this one, but this is the first one I've made where the first word here, be, changes. So be careful. When you're using it, make sure that you're changing be to match the subject. All right, we're using present tense here. It's possible to use it in the past and the future, but all my examples here will be in the present tense, which is the most common. All right, we've talked about modals already. If you have not watched the introduction video, I will say it again. Please go watch it. If you refuse to watch it for some reason, you can look at this very quickly here to get an idea of what modals are before you get into this specific modal. Now, be supposed to. Two reasons that we use this. Number one reason are rules. Now be careful with this one. This is usually rules between classmates, between friends, between people who are on the same level. If you are at a higher level than someone, like a teacher to a student or a government to a citizen, then you will use must or some other more obligatory language. But here, be supposed to, there's usually peers here, meaning you're on the same level. Now, in my profession, I am a teacher, but I teach adults. So that means that we're really on the same level in society. So many times I will talk to my students like this instead of using must, which I might do if my students were children. Okay, so two example sentences there. You're not supposed to score in that goal, talking about rules, or we're not supposed to talk during class. All right, these would be two players on the same team for the first example, and in the second one, probably two classmates. And the second one is expectations, using this word to talk about things we think will happen in the future, things we expect to happen. Now, should has the same definition. So if you watched my video about should, then you should remember this. Your expectation is to remember it. All right. If you think something will happen or if you think something will not happen, we use be supposed to. But remember that you have to conjugate the be here. So for example, the weather's supposed to be nice this weekend. I looked at the forecast. The app on my phone says the weather will be nice, so I expect it to be nice. The weather's supposed to be nice. And the second one, my parents are supposed to arrive soon. They told me when they would be here. That time is soon. I believe them, so I expect them soon. There's no practice in this one here, just some more examples, so I'll read them to you. Working on that pronunciation and especially those contractions. If you've been in my class or if you are ever in my class in the future, I make people use contractions because that's how we naturally talk. If your teacher in your country or in your school tries to get you to use the full form, tell them that's not how people naturally say it. We use contractions almost all the time, except when we are really emotional. So here we go. Let me read these so you can hear the pronunciation. Number one, you're supposed to sign in when you arrive. Number two, this movie's supposed to be good. Number three, you're supposed to pay your rent on the first of the month. Number four, the game's supposed to be over by lunchtime. Number five, you're not supposed to kick the ball from over there. Number six, they're supposed to call when they're done. Number seven, in chess, the white team's supposed to go first. Number 8, the Patriots aren't supposed to win this game. And number 9 and 10, questions so you can hear those. Are we supposed to be here? And number 10, isn't he supposed to start school next week? So just some more examples here, and I think it is beneficial to read these examples so you get a better idea of how we use this word. Now, why is this important? It's extremely important. In English, we have nuance with these modals. There is a difference between saying, I'm supposed to go to the store, and I could go to the store. And if you don't understand that difference, it can cause a lot of confusion, especially if you are trying to use these modals. So I do recommend that you try to use them. Go ahead and in the comments, give an example. See if you are able to use these modals correctly. I'll let you know how you did. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. I hope that was helpful. As always, I want my videos to be useful and helpful for you. So if you have any extra questions after watching the video, please feel free to put them in the comments, as well as try a sentence. See if you are able to make a good sentence, because watching the video is great, but practicing is even better. So come back later as we finish this modal series. Make sure you watch them all. Go back and watch the introduction if you haven't, and we'll see you next time.